Alright. This is gonna hurt me a lot more than it's hurting you. Oh. Oh, that's the worst. Is when you think you get them, and then you don't quite get them. I got grays, they're multiplying. Oh, okay. Oh my god, how many are there? It's not even that grays are associated with aging. I will tell anyone who asks that I am 37 years old. I'm just not at the point yet where my grays look cool. Ah, I'm like pulling these out of my face in slow motion. I can stop there. No, one more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, washing some clothes and some bedding. I'm getting a very late start. Okay, I got a very late start today. I'm going to put the phone in the sink so I can get dressed while I'm talking to you. I should wear underwear. That's what I should do. Screw it. If God intended for us to wear underwear. So I got a very late start today. I mean, I've been productive. I've done other stuff. I've done my pages. I've done my exercises. I have my protein shake. I edited my vlog from yesterday. I took care of some coaching. But I have a lot of work to do. And I have about, what time is it? I basically have an hour and a half to do like 3 hours of work. But luckily my friend Matthew just called. He's 5 minutes away. He's coming to help. I put my shirt on backwards. So let's see how much we can get done in a short amount of time. I'm going to need my phone. Matthew is here. Yay! Come on up, girl. Hey, girl. You want to head down with me? Actually, you know, why don't you go on in and I'll get this started. Okay. And I'll see you in a bit. It's open. It's open. Oh, crap. Okay, greetings. Hey, everyone. It's Ben here. And I'm in a huge hurry. It is 5:18 p.m. and I have a hard stop that I have to be out the door at 5:30. I mean, realistically, I could be out the door at like 5:40 and still be on time to coach this class tonight. But I just don't want to push it. I still have to get the laundry out of the out of the washer. Out of the dryer. The washer, ID's fucked. I still have to get the wash out of the dryer, and I have to grab my materials for class tonight, which are totally out of order and in a shambles, so I have to do that. There's a lot that I have to do. I gotta stop and mail something. Anyway, I'm gonna make it work. So, I have been meaning to do fan mail Fridays. This is my first Friday to do fan mail. So I have 2 questions today. And I don't have your names in front of me. So I'm going to say Aaron and Sam. Is it Sam and Aaron? If it's wrong, I will have dubbed it out or made Siri say it. The first question is, how do I floss? Now, I kind of don't entirely understand the question. Like, how is flossing done in general, or just how do I personally do it? These are both great questions, because flossing is, the first step for me in flossing is I brush my teeth. So, I'm on a pea-sized amount of, then you check the time. Alright, I have to be out the door. I have to be like at least out of the shower and dressed in 8 minutes. So I brush my teeth and my tongue. Then I rinse while cleaning my toothbrush. By the way, I almost exclusively brush my teeth and floss in the shower. My friend Kevin yesterday was like, "You floss in the shower?" I'm like, "Yeah, where do you floss?" He's like, "Over the sink." And I'm like, "What do you think the shower is?" It's a huge sink for humans. It's like a sink that humans fit inside. Next, I take my floss and I extend it to about my mid-chest, and that's how I know I have enough floss. I prefer to use something like Glide. Anything that says Glide or waxed, that's going to help it sort of glide more easily between your teeth. Then in the left hand, I kind of wrap it around 1 finger, then I wrap it around 2 fingers, then maybe again around 1 finger, and then from there just kind of loosely. But I really kind of wrap it good around those fingers so it's anchored on something, especially the waxed. You don't want it to slip out of your hands. And then with the little bit that's left, again, I wrap it twice around 1 finger, then once or twice around 2 fingers, and then one last time around 1 finger. Now, I could strangle somebody with this. It's not going to slip out of my fingers. And I know, because I've tried. Alright, so now, I always start with in between my top center teeth, and then I go this way, and then I go here and go that way. Then I start in the middle, the bottom, and I work this way, and then I go that way. That's just how I do it. I kind of floss in 4 parts. Now, when I'm flossing, what I'm trying to accomplish is, if you imagine that like, this is my tooth, and this is the gum tissue in between them. And then this is the floss, right? This is the floss right here. I work the floss in between the tooth. The point isn't to go against the gum tissue. The point is to scrape the floss from as far down as you can, to scrape the floss against the tooth and kind of sawing it back and forth as you go up, so that you're grabbing anything on your tooth and pulling it out. And even though you're not really doing that on the gum tissue itself, the gum tissue is more like that. Like, here's your teeth and here's the gum tissue. So while I'm trying to get in between the 2 teeth, like, that's kind of what I'm doing in between the teeth, right? You want to stimulate the gum somewhat, right? I think of my gums sort of like a muscle. And the more I not hurt it, you don't want to be rough with your gums, but the more you stimulate them and activate them, the less they're going to bleed, the stronger they'll get, and it will reduce their inflammation. If you're new to flossing or you haven't flossed in a couple of weeks, sometimes you will bleed a bit, which is why I do it in the shower, because then you just let the blood drip all over you, and it just goes down the drain. So that's what I'm going to do. So here, let's get started on that. 1, 2, 1, 1, and then coil the rest around until it's nice and short, and now we're going to go to work. So I go in, I pull to the right and go up and down, then I pull to the left and go up and down. So I'm getting both sides. Sort of unravel it as you need more space. Also, I don't like to do my whole mouth with the same little section, because then I feel like I'm getting bacteria from one area into the other area. So every couple of teeth, I'll sort of unwind and go to the next section, right? That way it's always a fresh piece of floss. Also, sometimes when I go all the way up, I'll sort of go in like a circular motion to sort of scrape the whole area. In between every 2 teeth, it's a very different feel, it's a very different surface area. So some areas you have more gum in between, and some areas it's kind of like there's like more like a ceiling that you want to scrape that ceiling of gum. Sometimes the floss will break. It's best to keep that broken floss around your finger so it stays in one spot. By the way, that's why I floss in the shower. You can spit anywhere. When you're trying to get back to the back molars, don't open really wide. When you open your mouth really wide, the aperture back there narrows. It's easier to get back there when your mouth isn't open very wide. Then the corners of your mouth are like movable. When your mouth is open wide, it's hard to get in there. Now I'm going to go this way. Done with that side. That one went a little faster. Now the bottom. There's some areas where in between certain teeth will be more painful than in between other teeth. Flossing shouldn't always be painful, but different parts of your gums are going to be more or less tender than other parts. So you always want to focus on those parts. Be a little tender. It doesn't really help to beat your gums up too much. Alright, I'm now done with the flossing, so I'm going to unravel it from my fingers, and then I just kind of take all of it, like I grab it in the middle, grab it in the middle again, grab it in the middle again, grab it in the middle again, so it sort of reduces in its size quickly. Then I put it in my palm like this, and I ball it up. Then it's a nice little spitball, and I toss it into the trash can. I usually make it. Sometimes I don't. For that reason, I actually recently bought a rectangular trash can so it'll totally fit flush with the corner of my bathroom, so I can always throw stuff from the shower and always make it. Then after I brush, what time is it? I'm late. I need to be literally in a cab in 8 minutes. I can make it work. I'm going to make it happen. Next, I take the toothbrush one more time, and without toothpaste, I brush one more time. When I'm doing this, what I'm trying to do is force it into the areas that I just flossed. And most importantly, after I'm done with that, and I won't be able to speak during this part, but there's two things I do. I take my medieval oil, which you can buy. It's in the description. The link is in the description for each video. I usually put 1 drop of medieval oil on my toothbrush and kind of just rub it in. That will sanitize my toothbrush so that the next time I use it, it's good to go. Careful when you do this. You want to wash it off right away because medieval oil has cinnamon oil in it, and that can melt certain types of plastic. In fact, I probably should not have done this because I can already feel the plastic of my toothbrush is starting to melt. So forget what I said or do it at your own risk. However, despite the fact that it melts plastic, it is perfectly safe, and I have a weird thing on the screen. For mouthwash, I use this as my own mouthwash. So what I do is I put a couple of drops, maybe 3 to 5, even 10 drops on my tongue. Your mouth will start to water tremendously. And then I just swish it around on my mouth like I'm trying to get it between each tooth. And I just keep swishing it as long as I can, and like chewing it, and then when I'm done, I swallow it. And all of that cinnamon, clove, lemon, eucalyptus, and rosemary goes through my system. It keeps my breath fresh. I could drink a large black iced coffee, and like 20 minutes later, my breath will go right back to tasting like cinnamon, lemon, and cloves. And it will keep doing that for like 3-4 hours. It's like the best breath freshener money you can buy. And the bottle will last you forever. So I won't be able to talk after I do this, so I'm going to say goodbye now. I don't know how I'm going to make it on time, but I'm going to make it. Later I will address my question from Hulytopia. I forget how to pronounce her name. All right, bye. So, I left my place at 5:52. My friend Amy, she's in the class with me. I left my apartment at 5:52, mailed 2 letters, hopped in a available city bike, got here, got off my bike and docked it at 34th and 8th at 5:56. Look who's on time, no matter what. All right, it is 1:45 in the morning. My guest arrives at 7:30 in the morning. I'm not tired, but I have to get to bed. I also have to finish this mess. Yeah, take it in. That's the mess. That's what it looks like. Bathroom is immaculate. My friend Matthew was nice enough to come over and help me clean today. But we weren't able to get as much done as we wanted to. At any rate, I'm very motivated. Then why am I sitting down at my computer and watching YouTube? But I'm very motivated. I got this corner cleaned here. You might remember this corner from my videos. That corner is always full of crap, and it's mostly emptied out. So yeah, I'm just like running around and doing a quick declutter, making the apartment, guest friendly. Also, I want to point something out. Sometimes I go through the whole day collecting footage, and then I like to, I go through the day collecting footage, and then some days I totally forget to record very important moments in my life. For example, this clear plastic thing. This little clear plastic storage tote has been stuffed with receipts going back I looked in it today, and one of the receipts was 2004, some were 2003, the most recent were 2007. Now, there was a time when I thought it made sense not to throw them away, because if you're ever audited and you have deductions, you have to show your receipts and blah, blah, blah. Look, no one's ever going to need to see a receipt from 2007 at this point. And so I went to the garbage room at the end of the hall and started throwing it away. And, it's hard for me to throw stuff away. Like the receipts, no big deal. A couple of receipts. Which receipts did I keep? I kept this short, small stack of receipts from B&H Photo, just so that at least I have the make and model of my photographic lighting equipment that I still have to this day. Because sometimes I'm not clear if I'm not in my studio, like, oh, what kind of lights do I have? So at least with that, I can research and look them up online and blah, blah, blah. But like, that's all I kept. Is there something in my pocket? Yeah, I kept it. There's a couple of things in my pocket that I kept. One was like a photo client survey. I don't even need this. I was gonna keep this. Like a photo client survey. I wanted them to fill out pre-survey. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe there's some merit to that. It's like a little survey I wanted to design for my clients to fill out. So in advance of the session, I would kind of know how to treat them. Like, I want to be left alone during the shoot, kind of left to do my own thing. I want to, whatever. So it's funny looking through notes like that, because I was high for all of those things, right? And then the other thing was just a gratitude list. 5 things I'm grateful for. I don't even know what this says. I'm just going to read it. And this is dated April 28th, 2007. So 9.5 years ago, what was I grateful for? 9.5 years ago, I said 5 things I'm grateful for. Dave Adams, an ex of mine. Scott Barberino. My right hand, no longer cracked and chapped. Oh, this hand, for whatever reason. If you ever shake my hand or look at my hands, you'll notice my right hand is slightly tougher than my left hand. My left hand's a little softer, my right hand's a little harder. I don't know why. My right hand is more likely to getting dried or cracked or chapped. But when I was still smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, my right hand was so chapped and so cracked and so rough, it was often just bleeding. I couldn't just go like this to someone because it would hurt. It would feel like it would cut people. I couldn't give people back rubs because I can't tell you how many sweaters I've ruined because my hand would snag their sweaters. It was like a 1 or 2 year period of my life like that. It was awful. And I think it's just from smoking so many cigarettes. That was from me smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. What else was I grateful for? God's hand in all I do. Like helping to plan Mark Jr.'s party. My brother, I was helping to plan his bachelor party when he got married. A good apartment, whether I like it or not. It's true today. 5 more things I'm grateful for. That without remembering to do them each night, I have made a list of 5 things for each day this week. All right. Custom orthotics. God, have I been an elderly person for the last 10 years? Really? Google, John Oliver, and Clark Lyda. So I think I can throw this away now because I've now immortalized it on video. Anyway, I still have quite a bit more to do before I go to bed and upload this video. Yeah, so I'm seeing some comments. Oh, right. Before I forget, today is Fan Mail Friday, and someone was asking me about what are morning pages. So I'll quickly share with you what morning pages are. Morning pages are one of the tools of creative recovery, as outlined in this book. The artist, forget that it says the complete. This is a collection of 3 of the books that this author wrote. So the complete, forget that it says complete. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It's a creative, creativity as a spiritual practice. Long story short, this book is for creative recovery. In other words, the woman who wrote this book, she's open about this, so I'm not breaking anyone's anonymity. But the woman who wrote this book basically said that, like, she gave up drinking in the late 70s. And she had to find a way to continue writing in sobriety. She said she never thought drinking made her a writer, but she suddenly thought not drinking would stop her from being able to write. So she got sober, and then she's like, I have to find a way to write sober. And so she came up with this, like, 12-step, 12-week course for a self-help sort of creative recovery. I can't really explain here what the Artist's Way is, just because it's late. I got to do stuff, and it's such a beautiful book. I don't want to, like, dumb it down with a short little introduction. I'm putting the book away as I'm holding the camera with one hand. But basically, the Artist's Way is like, it's a very powerful book. It's a life-changing journey. And it's not just a journey, it's a way of life that you will design for yourself. You don't have to be a declared artist. Like, everyone can benefit from doing the Artist's Way. And basically, the morning pages, I'm going to walk around a little bit as I talk. The morning pages are one of the tools of the creative recovery. The other tool is the artist date. So the artist date is like once a week for like 2 hours or so, or whatever. It's up to you. You and your inner child go on a date together, and you do something that fascinates you. You do something that delights you. Oh, girl, she is shiny. Look at her. And so I'm going to keep putting things away as I'm talking. And the morning pages are exactly what they sound like. It's basically 3 pages of uninterrupted stream of consciousness writing to be done every morning, first thing when you wake up. What just fell? Everything just fell. Whatever. So that's what the morning pages are. And basically, it's just stream of consciousness. It's like, you know, when you get up to pee in the morning, it's like your brain getting up to pee in the morning. Fun fact, my ex back in Wisconsin, Michael, he and I did the Artist's Way together. And then, like, one morning, like, we also worked together. And one morning, I was just, like, really grumpy. And he's like, you're really grumpy today. I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, you've been really grumpy for the last couple of days. I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, did you do your morning pages today? I'm like, no. He's like, did you do them yesterday? I'm like, no. He's like, did you do them the day before? I'm like, no. 3 days in a row, I had not done the morning pages, and 3 days in a row, I had been grumpy. Like, it just siphons off your negative energy first thing in the morning. Also, as Julia says, and this really spoke to me when I first heard this, it's impossible to do your morning pages for a prolonged period of time without coming into consciousness with, like, a higher consciousness. By which I mean, like, sorry for the noise. I gotta keep moving. Like, I gotta keep moving while I'm doing this. So it's basically impossible to do them without coming into conscious with, like, I don't know what she calls it, so I won't try to call it something, but, like, for example, it's impossible for you to write your morning pages every morning and to keep listening to yourself complaining about the same thing over and over without being like, yeah, you know what, it's time to do something about this. You know, I can't keep complaining about this. So that's like one of the things that morning pages do for people. Like, they really get people, like, looking at their life and, like, getting into action. Let me set, oh, look at this. I can set this right here on the top, right in the little groove of the freezer door. and be hands-free. All right. So anyway, that's what the morning pages are. And I'm not officially doing the artist way right now, but like even if you're doing the artist way or not, it's sort of like a way of life that you practice, you know, forever and ever. Amen. So yeah, if you want to know more about the morning pages, then I suggest you read the book The Artist Way. I suggest you do the book The Artist Way. And yeah, so that's it for now. I am going to continue cleaning and get to bed because I'm waking up like in a hot minute. So anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.